Welcome to Worldcraft Logistics, episode number 15. In this episode, I want to talk about Amazon removal order, or how our company process Amazon removal order. So this is the one subject that you will face as an Amazon seller sooner or later. Understand that no matter how you run your business, this is it's going to happen sooner or later. Even the big company, they have product recall. So think of this as Amazon removal order, but product recall, right? So number one, right? What is the reason for your Amazon removal? So a lot of people need, missing parts, or your product label is wrong. So product label is wrong is when you create blue shoes and red shoes and you mix the label, and now your customer is getting different type of pair of color shoes. So that's when you create a removal order. Or let's just say if you sell shoes and your factory forgot to put in shoelace or the wrong type of shoelace, then you will also create a product removal. And need repair. Maybe the shoes need some kind of pad or anything like that, or the pad that come with it is wrong and you need to switch out the pad. I'm just giving an example with shoes, but it could happen to pretty much any type of product. So this is the reason for you to create removal order. And then after you figured out what your reason is to create removal order, we go to number two. Number two is you go to Seller Central and you would request Amazon to create a removal order. And this right here take about 14 days for Amazon to completely remove your removal order, because your product is being placed everywhere. It could be throughout the US and pretty much everywhere. So it takes about 14 days from my experience when we handle customer removal order. And then during peak season, it could take 30 days. A lot of people ask, why is it taking so long? You have to understand that when you ship your product to Amazon, it comes in perfect packages. Carton, like one carton have 100 unit, no, the second carton have 100 unit. It's perfectly packed. But when Amazon create a removal order for you, they basically go into different bins and they pick this bins, and when they pick the bins, your product arrive to us in different quantity, right? So 14 days, which is about 2 weeks for normal when business is like average, but during peak season like Q4, near Christmas, near Thanksgiving, it does take like 30 days. So understand that when that happens, okay? We also have other Amazon removal order over here. As you can see, it does come in different boxes, and that's pretty much the way it come to us, right? We also have shipment that come in from China that need us to work on, and customer also sent us extra cartons so we could repack everything for them. So we not only do Amazon removal, we do a lot of things. This part of the warehouse we dedicate to Amazon removal. As you can see, there's a lot of product. Some customer, after they do the removal, they decide to keep their product here, and they slowly send to Amazon because our storage is cheaper. But this is pretty much what we do. As you can see, there's a lot of removal. It come in for a different type of reason, little stain from the factory, but it's a lot of work, and a lot of people think that it's very simple stuff, but we are fixing something that's broken. It's very easy for anyone to sell new stuff, but fixing stuff take a different skill level, okay? Number three, so now you log into Seller Central, you create a removal order, you need to pick a place to ship other stuff to. So here we're gonna give an example of the US, right? If you live in Canada, UK, or outside of the US, then you need to work with a company that will handle the removal order for you. Work with one that know what they're doing and do a lot, okay? It's really hard stuff. If you are in the US and if you have time, I would recommend that you do it yourself. If you have time, right? So either ship it to your house if you live here in the US, or if you have a friend, have your friend do it. But if you don't, you use a third party like us, we will take care of it for you. So find that address and have that removal order completed. So if you decide to use Worldcraft Logistics, please ask for a reference number first before you send your shipment to us. And because if every customer send us a package that's Amazon removal and it's Worldcraft logistic, there's no way for us to know who is who. So right here, you can see Worldcraft logistic reference number LC0701. When your package comes to our warehouse and it have that reference number, we will know exactly which customer belong to. So you could separate your shipment faster, because if you ship your shipment to us without that reference number, all we get is a bunch of Worldcraft logistic. And we do not know which customer belong to, so we kind of put it in the lost and found area, and it does take longer for us to start processing your shipment. So before you send your shipment to us, always ask for a reference number for a removal order. Right, and then we go to number 4. So once you create the removal order and all the removal order is completed, what you want is you want to go to Seller Central, you want to print out the tracking, and you want to see that all the tracking is completely sent to you or to your freight forwarder or to your third-party logistic, right? The reason why is you don't, it comes in such a mess that you don't want to second guess yourself and say, has this arrived, has this not arrived? You look at the tracking and you track all the tracking, and once you see that it's all completed, that's when you start to work on it, and that's when you notify your third party like us, and you say, hey, you know what, my removal order is complete, here's the tracking list, can you please start working on it? So that's number 4. All right, so now we move to number 5. How does it get to you, right? So when you send your product to Amazon, you use one method to go there. You either use LTL, UPS, or FedEx. But when your shipment get removed to your house or to us, it come in all types of method, because Amazon just want to get that stuff out for you, right? So it could come to us via FedEx, UPS, USPS, and LTL. I will show you how it come in a bit, but pretty much it come to us in all different type of method, and it could come to the front door, back door, all types of methods. So just be very careful. Understand that it's going to come as a mess. It's not going to be neat, okay? So here is an example of how Amazon removal order look like when it get to our warehouse. As you know, when your shipment come from China or any other country into Amazon, it have marking, it have FBA labels, but for us it's a little bit different. Amazon removal order, Amazon would send to you, send to you or send to us on a pallet like this. We really don't know what's inside at all. One box could have 4 units, one box could have 10 units. We don't know. We have to open up, but it will come like that. And it will also come in this nature, right? You have different box, different size. A lot of people think it come perfect. No, it's very thin Amazon box, right? It's Amazon box, right? And there's really no way to track it. So a lot of people think that if they send us the right amount of product, it will come perfectly, but it doesn't come perfectly. It will come like this, and we also have removal order over here as well. It doesn't come perfectly. And number 6, now that everything arrived and you have the tracking number, or we have the tracking number, we will start to process your removal order, right? If you need, so let's go back to number 1. If you need new FSKU, you need us to sort out the blue shoes from the red shoes, for example, and start to put new label on it. This is when we start. We're going to put new product label. If it's missing parts, this is when we start to open it up, insert new parts in for you, and put it back. This normally take, which is completion time, right? Number 7, okay? So this normally take about 7 to 14 business days. After all of this, and it reached number 6 and number 7, it take about 7 to 14 business days. That's how long it would take us. But it could take longer based on how many units you have. It could take longer based on how much we got to do. Some customer ask us to do a lot. Like a product, we do electronic as well. A product, we have to test different method. So a product could take us 15 minutes to test it. So it's not just a simple labeling. Some product do take longer. So that's pretty much how removal process work. Once that happens, once number 7 is completed, we pack your shipment into carton, we mark it how many units inside, and we put it away. And then once you're ready to ship it out back to Amazon again, then you give us the FBA label, the UPS label, or you want to do LTL, and we put it back on the box for you. Amazon come and pick it up, and that's pretty much how removal order is done. And again, if you do it from your home, same way. You pack it up and get FBA label on there, get UPS or LTL label on there, and boom, and then Amazon come and pick it up. It's a pretty simple process, but just understand there's a lot of work to it. So if you have any question, feel free to leave a comment below. Thank you very much for watching Worldcraft Logistics TV.